Hello everyone, this is going to be a solo playthrough of me playing the Imperials and with the Rebel bot, so I can show that off. Some people have requested to see this video, and if you haven't seen the Rebel playthrough, I recommend that you watch that first because I go more over the rules, and this is going to be maybe straight to gameplay. But I'm going to show how to set it up because I set the other game off camera. So I've shuffled the planets already, and I've shuffled the decks. And the first thing you have to do is you have to get starting planets with, and I've removed all the remote probe cards here. So what I like to do is I like to just go, and the first card from the back, that is the Sector 2 production planet, this is where the Imperials would go. So I'm just going to put Star Fortress just to remind me, and then this is we get to get this probe card, and then oh, you know what? Normally I would be going through these cards, but the Rebels will start on F, and that's how I like to set up the game. Really, it's just randomized production planets in the second row. So your options are going to be G, F, and H always, but those will be in different positions. Okay, and so now we have to set up the hidden base. So we take these 5 probe cards, we shuffle them, and then I put 1 card without looking. That's going to be the Rebel base, and then these 2 are going to be the decoy probes, and the remaining 2 are going to go into the probe deck. And I'm going to shuffle these, and I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle off camera. And then another quick shuffle, so they're all nice and good. And this is going to be our probe deck, and we're ready to start. This is going to be my hand, the deck, and the Rebel deck. So let's get started, and then here's my leaders. Things are flipped because I'm on the Imperial side now. So you might see that the Sector 1 planets are always next to the Imperium, which is the home planet, then Sector 2, then Sector 3. It's just that I had placed this card on the other side. Oh, and they're on F, so I already started them. And then these are my starting units. I get 5 and a capital ship, and I can put them between here and here. I'm probably going to do something like this. All right, let's get started. We get a mission. Tracking beacon. We need this card to get one of the decoy probes. And they get a card added to their deck and then shuffled. So I'm definitely going to move my fleet. And I'm going to probably do a decree and a recon, I think. I think those are the 2 cards. So the decree, this is going to stop any kind of disrupt tokens or loyalty that they might get. You know what? No. Let's try to go for a capture and see if they get that. And then we're going to get a recon so we can hopefully get a probe card. So for the capture, let's use our admiral. And for the recon, we can use our hunter. Okay, and we are set. Rebels go first. So the way the Rebels work is they will do a move action if they can, just like the Imperials at the leftmost leader. And if they can't, then they just do missions. And for them to do a move, they have to have units next to one of my units. And they have to have equal or more health of their units compared to mine. So they do a lot of strikes where if it's something like this, then they will come and attack these weaker units. So obviously they have nothing, so they're going to get their first mission. This is the one that they skip, and they're going to get loyalty. And it says to gain loyalty, and they're going to prioritize the closest planet next to the Imperial units. So this one, because this one is a remote planet, and so this one, and this is a remote planet, so it's got to be this one. And it's going to pick a planet next to Imperial units with the fewest Imperial units. And it says it on the card. So they are going to go here, and I can't oppose it, which is okay right now because we're actually going to move here. I did want to grab this, but so they're not going to get units, but we're also not going to get units. So now it's my turn, and I do want to move here. Oh, then we can do a capture. Oh, okay, so this actually turned out pretty well. And I'll explain that. So now it's their turn. They're going to do another mission. they're going to do slow production, and so this one they destroy units on the build cube. But since we don't have any, they're going to skip this. I'm going to do the next one, which is information. They're going to do it where right here, this is blue, so they have two blues. This is going to be hard for me to stop. They're going to get an objective card, so it plays a little bit different in the two-player game. And I should mention, I didn't mention before, these objectives are hidden to the Imperial player in a normal two-player game. In a bot game, though, we have to score them, so we have to see them faced up. And in the two-player game, you draw two cards, and you put one on top and one on the bottom, so you get to go through the deck faster to get to the bottom cards. But in the bot game, or in the solo game, this one just says you draw an objective and you keep it face up. And if it can never draw an objective because this deck is gone, then it just starts moving this token. So you really want to kind of, stop these missions. Okay. So it's our turn, and I think I'm just going to go straight for the capture. Now, the nice thing about this, and you didn't really get to see it in the last game, you get to count all the attributes at the location. So our leader here, and I'm sorry you can't see this, doesn't have any red. And we actually have the two leaders with 4 red. So we would roll, there's a maximum of 3 dice that you get to roll, but it's unopposed, and they're not actually going to help because they only have 1 leader, so they're not going to roll to see if they oppose it. So the leader is captured, and now it's their turn. So the last mission they have is disrupt, and they're going to do it. They can't do it at Imperium. There's rules that say you can't do it, so they're going to do it here, unfortunately, because we have leaders here. Okay. And we have our recon mission, so we can do it at any spot, and then we're going to get a probe card. Oh, we got our first remote probe card. Remember, we need to find 2 out of this deck, and then we need to get these decoy probes. Okay, so now we go into the objective phase, and we look to see if they score any of them. They don't, so they get a new objective. And we get a probe card, just like in the other game. I'm going to throw these ones off that we don't care about. And then the round track moves, and it's a production turn. So unfortunately, we don't produce here, and they don't produce here, because we have units on top of their loyalty. Oh, and before I did that, I should have taken everything back. Oh, this leader is actually captured. And there's 2 ways to free a captured leader. You can, if you destroy all the units that is holding this leader, then they become automatically captured, or there's a mission. So hopefully they don't have a rescue mission soon. So, okay, now we have to do units, because I was doing things out of order, and their base makes 1, and our base makes 1. And we do ours first, and we can always deploy to a star fortress, even if it's not our planet. Or we can deploy here. I think I will deploy here. Even if it's sabotaged, or excuse me, disrupt token. And then theirs comes off, and their rules are that they're trying to put it similar to their movement. They're trying to put it next to locations that have our units. And since they don't have any, well, they have this one that's loyal, but we have units on there, they can't. So what will happen actually is when it comes off, they're going to put it at their rebel base, and they can still deploy units. Unlike in the 2-player game, they will move units from the rebel base if they ever get a planet that's close to one of ours, because they're going to be getting loyalty and getting planets, and they're always choosing next to us. So slowly they'll get some units on there. And now it's the start of the second turn. So we get a new mission. Direct order. This kind of lets us move twice. It's a good one. Theirs is, they didn't play slow production. So they're going to add a card. To their deck. And we get all of our cards back. So we definitely want to do tracking beacon. We can have our hunter do it. This, if there's no icon right here, this mission cannot be opposed and just automatically is successful. I forgot to mention that in the other playthrough. but this does require capture leader, so and they will get to go first. So hopefully they don't rescue. We could try playing another capture, but I want to play discover. So that we can get more cards, more mission cards, because we got to get the interrogate card. We haven't gotten it yet. While we have someone captured, might be useful. So for another, this is another one that you can play with anyone. So I'm going to use our admiral, and it's the rebel turn. Now the rebels will never move if they have someone that's captured, because if they move, then they only have one leader left. They won't oppose, and so they try to get through their missions because they might have a rescue mission. And they have sneak attack, which they can't do because they don't have the plans. And like I said, they need to fulfill the requirement, which is the plans, but they also need to fulfill the reward. So if they have a mission that they can't actually do the reward on, then they don't do it. So I guess they have information again, and we could stop them. But I kind of want to move our fleet. Oh, this is going to be their smuggler that does it. So we definitely are not going to stop them because they're going to roll 2 dice. So they're going to do it. They're actually going to do it here because they would have the most attributes. And they will get an objective card. It's loyalty. So we can do our tracking beacon on our captured leader. Unfortunately, this one does let them go, so they do get rescued. And when they get rescued, they go back to the rebel base. Actually, when they're rescued, all leaders go. That's at the site. But we get one of our decoy probes. Now we know it's not at C and I. So these two, it's not. It's only one of these three. So we gotta get our fleet moving forward here, even though I'm coming around. Okay, this card's gone. And they're going to do a mission. Slow production. We don't have any units on the queue. They're not going to run that one. Loyalty. They're going to pick this one. Okay. We don't have anything. We can't oppose it. They do have yellow with the pilot. We can't oppose it, so they are going to get this loyal. And they have 2 now. We have to worry about that objective. We are going to move our fleet. Oh, you know what? We should have moved our fleet first. Ooh, I made a mistake. So because there's a leader here, we can't move this fleet. So we'll move this fleet out. Now I'm probably not going to leave any units at the Imperium. They're not going to attack it. So their turn, they would pass because they don't have any more leaders, so they can't do any more actions. And we have our Discover card that plays at Imperium. And we get 2 more mission cards. So we have Imperial Strength. Ooh, and we can destroy a planet. Those are good to have. Okay. Objective phase. They don't have any objectives. They only have 1 disrupt token, and they only have 2 planets that are loyal. So we get leaders back. They get that. And these 2. They get an objective. This is unfortunately, because there's a remote planet, they'll probably never get to the Imperium, but they have to get to Imperium. We get a probe card. We get H. Doesn't help us out. We move the round tracker, and it's a new round. We get a mission card. Oh, we got bounty. This is an easier way to capture people. They don't have to be at... normally when you capture, they have to be at your unit, so they have to do some sort of offensive mission, but this one you can grab someone from anywhere on the board, which is a good trick in a 2-player game, because people think they might be safe. I need to add one of a new card for the rebels. Okay. So we probably want to use a decree, because they're getting kind of out of hand here. We'll do that with our admiral. And, we might do might do 2 moves, actually. Let's just do that. We need to get our fleets moving. All right. First turn, they are not going to move, so they get a mission. Oh, they keep getting that one. That's the loyalty. So they will go here. You know what? We could oppose it. No, we need to move fleets. So they're gonna get it. Because we'll probably maybe revert one with a decree. Okay. So we're gonna move this fleet here. We'll leave one behind so we can run a decree on it. They're gonna do a mission. Information. They keep getting the best combination with them because their smuggler has 2 blue, so we're going to let them have that again. They're going to do it at a lowest leftmost sector, which is here. Okay, but he doesn't have yellow, so we could at least still use decree on that. And this is he's going to get an objective. Secret plan, so they now could destroy that one mission. Could actually send starfighters to our star fortress and destroy it. Okay, we're going to run decree on this and switch this. They will not oppose it because they only have 1 leader. And their last mission, they will do it. So they move up to 4 starfighters, and on the bot version, it's from any of the spaces. So they're going to move here, and they're going to attack because they have the plans. So we have our first battle. Hopefully we can destroy all their starfighters in one wave so they don't get a chance. Since they're the attackers, there is some simple logic for the bot because the rebels have a choice on which dice they get to pick. They will pick white dice if there's a capital in the fight that they could destroy in case they have this ambush. But they always do that. But since we only have TIE fighters, they're going to do these dice first. They would add more if they had 4, but they're just going to roll these 3. They have 2 hits. That's not good. So we have 2 black and 3 white. We have 2 hits. So these are gone. And they get to do if they roll a 5 or a 6. Okay, they didn't blow it up, so now it's our Star Fortress's turn. And then if they rolled a 5 or 6, they did. So they actually blow it up. Destroyed our entire fleet. Ooh, you know, this is not looking good. Well, they have 1 surviving. Oh, that means this card. I was gonna blow up J. We can't use our Obliterator card because it requires a Star Fortress. Now notice that they do get the secret plans. It does give them an objective, but we don't score it right now. We score in the objective round. And I really need to get another capital ship. So I need to start heading that way. Okay, so we're gonna move the fleet here. That's the end of our turn. We get a probe card. L. They get an objective. They will score this objective, so that gives them 1. Well, if they don't have any leaders, if all their leaders are not captured, they're gonna score that one too. All right, let's get our leaders back. Oh, they had 1 more leader. Oops. So they will do a boarding party. And they will do it against here because we have a capital ship. So this is going to destroy 2 health of units. It is red, and we have a red person there at least. So our red person has 1. They have 1. Will be the black. We tied them. They got a 6. We got a 6, so it fails. So now we get all of our units back. Sorry, this phone sometimes blocks the view, and I don't see their heroes, their leaders. Okay. Now it is production phase. At least we get a unit here. We get 2, 1 from Imperium, 1 from here. They get 2 from here. They get their capital ship at 2, and they get their base at 1. So ours slide off, but don't really. You can leave them on the build queue if you don't want to use them. Theirs is going to go here actually, which means they will do a move. Okay. We get a new mission card. Ooh, we really need this production. This might be exactly what we needed. Okay. And then they get a card. So that production might get us our capital ship back, since we're down one. Then I maybe don't have to get that planet. Okay. I think I'm going to do we should do a bounty. We need to really stop them from getting moves. And then an orbital production, and I need to move somewhere so we can put units down. So I probably will end up grabbing that. Okay. We will put our admiral. He's got yellow. Definitely want our hegemon to be on the red. And that's good. So these are gonna, the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna attack this. Because they have more units in health than I do. So they get to roll 2 black. They do damage me, I get 1 black. And I damage one of them. So some attrition there, and then they now have this planet. And I want to move my fleet here. And now is their mission turn. They're going to do a disrupt mission. So they are going to pick the highest. Oh no. We need to put units down somewhere. Oh no. Oh, we have someone there. So luckily it's red. So I'll be black and they'll be white. They have 1 red. We have 1 red attribute. I'm black. I stop it. That was pivotal. We needed to stop that. Okay. Now that they're down to 1 unit, I'm going to use this here. And this is going to, unfortunately, he's at that location, so he gets to try to stop it. He has 1 and we have 3. So I'm rolling black. Okay, that's 3 successes to his 1. So he is captured, which is good. Now they're going to do their mission. Uh-oh, they are going to do this. It's going to destroy our ships right here. So planet with the disrupt token. They're going to do this one because there's some leaders here, so they try to go unopposed, and they will destroy these. They are kind of 1 step ahead of us here. But luckily, we do have this orbital production, and I can do a planet with Imperial units. Oof. I have to do it here. Oh, he doesn't have yellow. Okay, so that's good. So we get, I'm going to put our capital ship on the 2nd spot. And that's the end. So they only have 2 loyal planets and 1 disrupt tokens, so they're not going to have any of these. They don't. Oh, we did capture their leaders, so they're actually not going to do that one. And so they have all their objectives out. This last one says if they have units on 2 remote planets. That's a hard one for the bot to score. And then we get a probe card. Okay, we've got our 2 1. So we know it's not K, I, or C. So it's got to be J or M. And I wanted to blow up J, so I wonder what it's going to be. Okay, we get leaders back, except the captured blue one. So our 3 are right here. Times goes up. These move down. Now they deploy capital first, and they're going to deploy here. And then this one will go to the rebel base. Please be interrogate. It is. Okay. And they're going to get a card. Hopefully they haven't played any rescues yet. Like I haven't seen any in their decks. I really hope their first turn is not a rescue. So we definitely need to play interrogate. We need to move that fleet away from here so they don't attack us. And I feel like we need to do a decree. We need an Imperial strength too, so we can push their cube back, but might have to wait on that. So I think just those two cards. Decree will be the Admiral. And let's hope for not a rescue. I could try to oppose it if it is a rescue and I don't decree. Let's see if it's a mistake. Okay, loyalty. So they will grab this one, and I will let them have it. And now we can interrogate. You know what? No. Ooh, if I interrogate, I can't move. Oh, but that's good, but we need to stay here anyways, because we need to deploy our second capital. All right, interrogate. We find out what it is. It was J. I was going to blow that one up. Okay, so we know where the base is. When the base is revealed, because we have all four, what happens is all the units... Now, this doesn't happen in a two-player game, but in a bot game, they all go to the base. And they skip all move actions. Okay, and we did interrogate. They did loyalty. Now they're going to do rescue. One turn too late. So it's a blue rescue. We have one blue here, so the pilot is doing it. So it's actually, they don't have that great of an advantage. I'll be black. They do get them because this is 2 successes and this is 1. So they both go. And he is not captured anymore, which means they're going to score this. We're going to run decree, remove the disruption token. This rescue is gone. Decree is used. Now it is, we don't need to draw any more probe cards, but they will score the leadership. And they can't draw any. Only with this card, the information card, if they can't draw any, they actually score a point. But if they can't draw one just because it's the objective phase, they don't get a point. So you just want to kind of stop that mission. We are running low on time. Oh, I had this guy left, but I didn't want to use him. I don't want to move anything. Okay. So we get our leaders back. They get all of them back. I guess I should reveal this. It's J. We get our last card. Remember, I had that card let us drew 2, so we're able to get through the deck faster. Ooh, reinforcements. Let's just move troops if we wanted to move this one. Oh, you know what? Before we get cards, I forgot to do turn. We increase it. Now, we don't. This is a production turn. And luckily, we do get 2 units here. For here and here. Oh, and we get a capital, actually. Well, you can't rebuild the Star Fortress once this thing is gone. It is gone. And they get 1. This might be the turn to attack because then these 2 go here. So they're going to put it here. Now we can only deploy 2 units to a location, but we can deploy here. So maybe we set up for an epic battle. Okay, now we get our card. They get a card. So I have, ooh, we also have Imperial Strength. That might be something we want to do to give us an extra turn. But I just got this reinforcements card, so we can move these 2 units there. This is the only time you can move units from a planet to another planet with Imperial units. The hero does not move with the fleet. So if you want to support your front line, this is the only one card. Imperials get this. Pretty nice. It's blue though. So this is yellow. This is blue, I guess. And then, so what we'll try to do is we'll try to get that, and then we will try to attack J this turn. And then we'll try to give ourselves another turn with the Imperial Strength if possible. All right, Rebels go first. They don't move once it's revealed. So they will get this cube will move. Because there's no more objectives to draw, we're going to try to do reinforcements. They can, you know what? We should probably try to do Imperial Strength, because let's just make this all or nothing. So in case they have to roll to see if they oppose us, they will oppose us. They have yellow. They get to roll 2. I'm the black. They have 3 successes. I don't have any, so we failed on our Imperial Strength. They will, oh wait, I should have used her actually with, they would have only had 1, but I'll still give it to them. So the first card was, they're going to go leftmost lowest sector. Then this one is to oppose our Imperium. So now it's their last mission. They skip that one. There's nobody to rescue. Coordinated strike. So planet with a rebel fleet. Oh no, okay. Well, we can't oppose it. So they're going to put it here. They're going to destroy one of our units and put a disruption token on here with the coordinated strike. Then our reinforcements are going to send 2 more units over. And this is going to be the last turn, because then the cube's going to move. So it's all up to this one move. And look we have a huge battle here. So hopefully, I'm just going to drag this maybe so people can see. So the rebel capital ship only has 2 life, and we have 2 capital ships, so that's pretty good. We've got the stronger firepower. Okay. Since we're moving in, we'll be attackers, so we'll throw first. We have all the dice, because just trust me on this. So we'll do our basic hits first. We have 1 basic hit on their capital, and then we have 2 basic hits on their starfighters. And then we have a critical hit, and I'm going to get rid of their capital. So they're just down the 2 starfighters. Now they have, their capital does 1 black and 1 white die, and then they pick the rest of the white dies with those 2, because that's what the rebels do, and then they'll pick the other 2 black with those ones. So they get to throw all dice too. This should have moved down. They did not have as good a roll, but they will assign this hit first, one of our starfighters, and then what they do is they assign the critical hits based on the lowest, whatever ship is closest to die, so it's going to be our starfighters, but if our capital ship was down here, they prioritize capital ships for the critical hits that are at 1 life. So they will destroy 2 more with that, and so these are all gone after just 1 wave. So for us, these each have 2 white and 1 black. So we're gonna have all the whites, and we're gonna have all the blacks. We got another full one. Just need 2 hits. We got 1 hit. Now they're gonna throw 2 whites because we have capital ships. This is 3 and 5, so they are gonna hit one of our capital ships. They lost one of their starfighters. Next round, we get to still throw all of ours. We got our hit. They can't physically kill us. They can throw one. They miss. And through overwhelming odds, we were able to find the base and destroy it. So yeah, this was a great playthrough. We played pretty well. I didn't actually think we were going to win this. They were doing pretty well on the objectives, on the loyalty. I was having a hard time getting units, but I think the play to get the units over there and then them not rescuing, luckily, their hero got us the win. Plus, I narrowed it down to J. So you can see this is a sort of a similar game to the gameplay as the two players. In two-player mode, the base doesn't automatically reveal, and the players can pick any planet. It doesn't have to be the remote planets. Those are just for the solo rules. And then let me just go down here, show off this card. The Discover card here, basically you use this card, and if your unit is on top of any of the planets, it will reveal it. So in a two-player game, you can spread out to this half and then play the card, and then if the rebels say, it doesn't reveal the base, well, now it's just on these planets, plus the information from the probes that you're getting, and some of the, if you can interrogate and capture. The Imperials, they really need to capture leaders so that it reduces the amount of action points the rebels have. That was one thing in my rebel playthrough. They never captured me, which is pretty rare. They just didn't have the cards and they didn't have the rules. Okay, that was a sample playthrough of the Imperials. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.